So last time we basically toyed around with the combat system for Suede and introduced the characters that were available at the time. Uh, Mox and Naomi are a little bit more acquainted compared to the rest of the party, as Mox is more or less a modern day gladiator and lives at the arena. And Naomi, being this particular arena's go-to medic, they definitely see each other more often. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're more friendly than anybody else, but they are very much aware of one another. Jack happened to be at this particular arena for the day, signing up to get some creds, and after a little bit of discussion amongst each other, a voice came through, and on your little comm badges on your arm, it asked what level of difficulty you'd like to play. After you selected hard, 4 little drones popped up in the center of the map, and you were able to get in positions, and a little battle broke out. After almost erasing Mox, you guys didn't really have much other trouble other than that. He recovered pretty swiftly, and you guys took down the drones with ease and celebrated with some Dookie Dog.
Gotta
Jack's
have my
favorite
Dookie
beer.
Dog. Yep.
As you were talking amongst yourselves and celebrating, the lights went out. And not just the lights in the arena, the lights in all of the city. But the problem was, it wasn't a blackout. As the lights flicker off, a strange warm glow cut through the smog, long enough for thousands to feel it on their skin, long enough for cameras to catch it. And after about 12 seconds, it disappeared, and all the neon lights came back on. You all felt a strange sensation on your skin that you have never felt in your lifetime. Somewhat like goosebumps, somewhat euphoric. Maybe it scared some of you. It was warm in a way that neon has never been. It felt like life itself was touching your body. And before you could think too much on it, a stranger comes through, running through the arena. Green neon hair, disheveled, and sporting something none of you have ever seen in your lifetime. A sunburn. And I know we did a little bit other things, but we will just go ahead and pick up there with him showing up with the sunburn. Let me pull up the map.
Everything changed.
And for simplicity's sake, we'll just go ahead and put Jack over here too.
Yeah.
All right, so the stranger with a strange burn shows up, and Naomi's first instinct as a medical professional
Yeah.
was to go see if they could render aid. And he looks up at her disheveled and says, "Get me away from here."
But you're burned. How did you get burned?
There is little time to explain. We need to leave before they show up.
Before who shows up? Jack says from the table. Dookie dog firmly gripped in hand.
The Corp. Aurelian Systems, you familiar?
Who's not?
I don't know if I'm familiar or not with that.
As a reminder, Aurelian Systems is the megacorp that owns the city you reside in. The city's name is Neo Eclipse. In this particular world, every city is owned by a megacorp, and the higher up you are, literally in the city, the more luxuries you have, the more money you have. And all of you live in the streets, in the bottom, where light of any kind, as far as natural, hasn't been seen for lifetimes. It's a myth, something that taught in schools, luxury ads, not something that to any of you has been real. The neon lights in the city simulate day and night, and in this particular city is owned and operated by Aurelian Systems.
Okay. Mox looks quickly over and is like, do we want to take him somewhere? What do you guys think?
No, man. I don't want to get
we
hunted.
need to get moving if we're going to do something.
It's going to bring hell down on us.
That's why we need to move quickly.
It's got to go down a long way to get hell on me.
Jack rolls his eyes, gets up, slams his dookie dog, and says, I can see I'm losing this argument. Let's go.
We can take him to my clinic.
Whatever.
What's Aiden, what's your guy's name?
Oh, my guy's name's Jack as well, but we could probably just call him 153. He doesn't talk. He's mute.
153. All right.
Yeah. He's just staring.
I look over and I give him like the Navy SEAL signals, and I'm like, like pointing over this way, and I give him like
signs.
Yeah, I like start flashing signs at him so we can get
He
moving.
can hear. He's not deaf. He's mute.
I mean, that's how you talk to people that can't talk. Let's go.
Probably 153 probably finds that funny.
All right.
Of course, all you could see was actually just hands coming above the table making it too, though. So, all right, here we go. One, 5, 3. Let's get a move on when we head out the door.
Thumbs up. We're moving.
If you didn't know what it looked like already, there's Jack's vehicle.
I like the neon on the tires. Is that on the rims, I guess?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Alright, so you guys make your way out of the arena into the brick house.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
What?
It's black on my screen.
You guys don't see anything?
Not yet.
Nope.
Could be light, but he shouldn't.
Sorry, guys.
Bless you.
It's too slow to reach for the mute.
And you
Sure
see
looks
it
to
now.
me like you should be able to see stuff.
It's all black.
All right,
Yeah.
hold
See a lot of cursors
on.
moving around.
Oh, okay.
I see the car.
All right. So, Dave, what I'm doing here is right-click on each of the characters. I'm good to go. Aiden's good to go. I'm doing Mox right now. Right-click and go to the settings wheel. Go to the vision tab up top and enable vision.
Okay.
There we go.
That's something we can do to prototype tokens. I'll look at that right quick. You go on, do your thing.
That's
All right.
cool.
So you pile into the brick house, and without any direction thus far, Jack just takes off away from the arena. As you do so, you notice as you leave, there are several black luxury vehicles that are pulling up to the arena with many heavily armored guys climbing out of them and rushing into the arena.
Brickman's.
So,
Go ahead.
if you're going to get us killed, you might as well tell us your name.
My name is Duvo. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
A litany of grumbled curse words and profanity begins to emit from the driver's seat.
Mox looks over, kind of shakes his head and goes, "Don't mind that guy. He's always cranky." And I reach over and I brought an extra beer with me and I hand it to him.
That's
He's
more
actually
like
in a good mood today.
At least I'm not going to die thirsty. Cracks it open, starts drinking.
Duvo, I am Noemi.
He nods.
Yep.
So what'd you do?
It's not what I did, it's what they did to me.
Well, that's fine. Keep going.
Are any of you familiar with the organization known as Dawnbound?
Do we need to like make a common knowledge roll for that or anything or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta roll dice.
Where is the
Hey.
roll for? Oh, right here.
Nice.
Dude.
I don't know what.
Nice.
Oh. Wow. Selena.
Wait, so did mine just raised to 13? Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
Explain
It
to
went
him
by
what's
so
going
fast. Well,
So,
I remember kind of this thing. But go
so
ahead.
when you roll, if your whatever dice you're rolling, like in your case, it was your D4. When you roll the highest, it's an ace, and it explodes. So you get to roll another one, and every time it rolls the max, it explodes again. So in your case,
Okay.
it did so enough times to not only give you a raise, but a double. So
Sweet.
Jack for sure knows that Dawnbound is an underground organization. Basically, what it's looking like is everybody other than Mox is aware. But I don't know, Jack rolled well enough. He might have had some dealings with them, but as he doesn't talk, I don't think he's going to share that information with anybody.
He cannot yet.
But the rest of you that rolled well know that Dawnbound is an underground organization that has been hacking into the maintenance tunnels and just disrupting general things with Earlian systems, trying to gain back some of the power for the people. And you don't know much else about it beyond that.
Oh, you are gonna get us killed.
Calm down. I was not a member of Dawnbound. I was kidnapped. Experimented on.
Dawnbound does experimentation on people?
They are in early trials. I am one of the first to survive.
So, who are you running from? Are you running from Aurelion or Dawnbound?
Yes.
Great. That's great.
Yeah, I was thinking I needed to leave town.
Hey, no. Where's your place?
Take a left at the next corner. And she will give directions to her street front clinic.
Brickman settles down. The profanity sort of trails off. He becomes a little subdued. Finishes the dookie dog. Throws the bottle out the window.
As you continue to drive to the clinic, before Duvo can say much else, he starts seizing and convulsing uncontrollably.
Uh-oh. Let me lay him down. Somebody help me lay him down.
Mox tries to help the best he can.
Hey, don't let him puke on my sheets.
Let's see. Can I try a healing roll to keep him from hurting himself or determine what is happening?
Yeah, roll a healing to determine if you can help him.
That's not encouraging. Um.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
With a 7, you're able to get him laid down. You see that he is foaming heavily at the mouth, so you get him more towards his side so that he doesn't drown in his spit. And after a few moments, he chokes pretty hard, and then he sits back up.
What did they do to you?
They exposed me.
Perverts.
I had a girl do that to me once.
Did it leave you choking in the bottom of the van?
Who you asking?
Listen, I don't know what all of you know or don't know about what goes on above these streets. But this neon is not real. The sun, it exists.
Yeah, nobody's seen it.
Nobody down here has seen it. Well, I should not say nobody. I watched as most of you experienced your first taste of it before we met.
I
Did you
didn't know
overdo
that's
the
what it
happy
was.
juice a little, dude?
Mox slides back and sits and is like, kind of like, oh my gosh, what? Is that what that was?
The heck was that?
Phone, I'm silencing it. The sun was taken away by the rich by heliostat mirrors.
Why? Why would they do that?
They teach all of you down here that the sunlight disappeared, and before it did so, it was poisoning all of us, killing millions. When in reality, it was the corpse killing millions with their poisons. All while setting up the heliostats to steal away the life-giving sunlight. While you sit down here and fight for your lives, literally, sunlight is auctioned in private markets.
Can you prove any of this?
Not from here, but potentially. I was a maintenance runner. I worked for Aurelian. It gave me benefits. I did not get much sunlight. Little bits here and there. Bonuses for Christmas, things like that. Dawnbound found people like me, found out about the sun, and began kidnapping all of us.
So, this burn, is that from the sun? Is that the exposure you're talking about?
Yes. This is a sunburn. A third-degree sunburn, I might add, that is quite painful. I am pretty sure I'm in shock.
Yeah, so am I. We'll get you to the clinic. I have some salves.
Well, if that is from 10 seconds of whatever, and I'm still not convinced, then I can do without it.
This burn is not from 12 seconds of just sunlight. It is from a heliostat directly beaming onto my skin for over an hour.
Then how'd that happen?
Dawnbound has hacked one of the heliostats. Aurelian, they pay the best hackers, so they think. So every time it gets quote-unquote misaligned, they are quick to cover up. Today's little stunt only happened because they finally found Dawnbound's little base of operation. And while they did so, I made my escape.
So, if you were working for Aurelion and got kidnapped, why are you running away from Aurelion now?
I know too much. I could tell more than just the group of you what has happened. My information is dangerous, yes, for you, but it is equally dangerous for me. They would just as soon kill me. And if Dawnbound gets a hold of me, they will hit me with more light to see what it takes to kill me.
Mox is just sitting there scratching his head.
Don't get me wrong. I trust Corpse about as far as I can throw him, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. When was the last time you saw somebody as old as I am?
How old does he look?
He looks like he's well into his 70s. While his hair is neon green, the beard he sports is quite white, and behind the severe sunburn, he's quite wrinkled.
It's hard living down here, man. You could look that way and be 30.
I suppose you're right.
Brickman pulls up to Noemi's storefront clinic parking lot.
It's just parking on the street. It's storefront. In the past, it's probably been a shop or one of those little hole-in-the-wall restaurants, but right now it's got a little waiting room in the front and an exam room in the back.
You got a back entrance?
Yeah, we do.
We better use it. If he's really
That's a
running
good
from
call.
corpos, they're going to have cameras watching. So Brickman will
Drop me off. Drop me off,
continue.
and I'll meet you in the back.
He slams on the brakes. Everybody lurches
Mox.
forward a little bit.
Yes, and Mox jumps out too. He's just gonna kind of walk around a little bit just to make sure he doesn't see anybody like following after everybody else is gone.
Yeah, she's gonna wave you over and pretend to make a fuss over, over something, some injury that's not really there on your arm, and then she'll wave you towards the door of the clinic, unlock the door.
So I'll pull around, head into the alley.
Yep. The door on the back is more secure, just because the cameras in the back aren't worth a damn. And so she will undo deadbolts and sliding latches and things. And I mean, if there's a fire, go out the front, because you ain't getting out the back. Get the door open so you guys can come in. There's a place off street where you can park the brick house, but you're gonna have to hoof it for a block, or you can park it on the street out front, but that might be a giveaway.
I got it covered.
Right on. Waves everybody, but Jack into the clinic, start setting locks, and waves Duvo into the exam room. I gotta look. She's got. Uh-oh. What just happened?
You sent something in the chat.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yep.
Clicked on it and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see. Metagel doesn't do anything at this point. She has a med scanner to so yeah, she'll get him in there on the exam table unless he disagrees, and hook him up to the scanner. Try and see what the light has done to him.
All right, so you get him in there, get him all hooked up. He does not fight it. The more he has talked and the more things have transpired, everything's starting to come together, and it's starting to catch up with him. And by the time you are looking over everything, you are seeing vital signs that you have never seen in your entire life as a medic. Yes, he has severe burns on his skin and is severely dehydrated. That's something dehydration's pretty common. But other than that, you're seeing vitamin D levels like you've never seen before, a heart that is pumping in some of the best rhythm you've ever seen. Internally, he's probably healthier than any of the group outside of Jack, who is something between man and machine.
Is he still going into shock?
Oh yeah.
She'll be working to treat him for the shock so that he doesn't die while she's trying to figure out what else is going on.
Roll me another heal.
Hey, Noemi, did you lock the front door as well as the back door?
Yes.
Okay.
But the guys would be able to turn the lock from the inside to let you in.
Yeah, I was going to say, from the front, there's a forceful rattling of the door. Oh, that was almost an 8.
Should I re-roll that? I have a free re-roll of using the scanner.
No, I mean 6 is successful.
Okay.
With that, you're able to get him stabilized, and as you get him into a stable position, he falls asleep, and everything's showing that his oxygen level is fine, and it's probably fine to let him rest for a few moments while the group collects their thoughts.
Yeah, so she's got him bundled up, blankets and what have you. She's got a primitive warmer for warming up blankets when people bring in infants and stuff like that. And so she's got once she's got some heat because she can't leave it on when she's out, but once it's running and it's warmed up, she's got him tucked in and wrapped up pretty good, and she's kind of going through her available salves for a burn, but it's not a whole lot she can do for a 3rd-degree burn except take some of the edge off the pain. She waves the rest of the group back there because she doesn't really want to leave him unsupervised right now, but she's feeling more comfortable with his state. So he is exhibiting some very interesting numbers as far as some of his health statistics are really good, especially for someone as old as he appears to be. But like you said, I mean, he could be 25 in the age we're living in. But what do you think of his story?
Is there a piece of paper? Like somewhere,
Yeah.
Paper, marker?
Yeah, she's got some stationery. She doesn't collect on a lot of bills, but she has the ability to send them out.
So 153 is going to grab a marker. He's going to write very sharply while smiling the entire time. He got us killed.
Maybe. It's more interesting than shooting drones.
That's a lot shorter, too. But whatever. Can't change it now. So,
Yeah.
I still think that you can't trust any corpo, and there's no telling what they do to people, but story seems out there enough and he's out there enough. I don't know. I'm still not sure I buy it. What did you say about his numbers?
They're really good. His vitamin D, I mean, people have awful vitamin D unless they can afford the supplements and really pack those in, but he's got numbers that I've never seen for vitamin D, and his heart he's probably got a better heart rate right now than everybody but 153 over there. Now, I like to think we're fairly healthy.
So what does that stuff mean?
Well,
I mean, he
it's
could
been
have
a long
cybers.
time.
He could have all kinds of implants.
He might. I didn't find any evidence, but I didn't have a lot of time. It's not like I can do an x-ray here. But when I was taking med school, one of the things that they would say was that, back when sunlight was a thing, hundreds of years ago, supposedly people just had vitamin D. They didn't have to get the pills all the time. Maybe he really was exposed to sunlight. I can't prove it either.
So what's with the whole rabid foaming at the mouth thing? Can you explain that?
If that's a pretty serious burn, and I'm guessing he was running. So the toll that puts on anybody's body is pretty serious. When he said he was in shock, he wasn't kidding. I think he was. I think he still is. That's why I've got him wrapped up like a old mummy in there. Those blankets are warmed up. His body's wanting to shut down, but it looks like he's going to weather it. I can't do much more for him. Not here.
Well, I guess whatever. We're probably dead, like 153 said. And that's fine, I don't really care. As long as I get at least one more dookie dog and a really good fight.
Well, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see what he's talking about.
I mean, there's a chance that if we bail right now, we'll survive.
153 grabs the paper. We could kill him.
Yeah, we could.
Well, if they're smart enough to know he's here, that won't help.
If there is a shred of truth to anything that he said, they'll kill us anyway.
Exactly. And if we keep him alive, and we don't want to help him, they may pay for him.
Now you're talking.
Odds aren't good for us in any particular direction, but like you said, corporations aren't there for us.
153 looked very confused by you saying selling somebody alive.
What do you think, Mox? You sticking around? fall asleep again.
You're just thinking really hard.
Right. Mox!
You
Oh,
like
I
any-
did the bathroom. I'm just getting back over here.
Oh, all right. Brickman
I
looks
cut
at you
out a
and
little bit
says,
there.
Brickman looks at you and says, what do you think? You sticking around or are you going to maybe live?
I'm trying to think if I've got anything in my. Trying to remember if I've got anything about me in my background that, or about with him in his background that would have him not really like looking for that edge against these guys. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna probably go with the majority on this one. I'm. Something's gonna take me. May as well be something like this. He's Where did my hindrances go?
Out of character with your did 153 have additional information he cared to share about the Dawnbound? I only asked because he had such a great role earlier, so maybe he wouldn't tell us anyway.
I mean, I would say if you asked in character, he might be. Not that I actually know anything, but I can put something down on the paper now if you remind him, maybe.
AFK 1 second. Right back.
153. Do you know anything about the Dawnbound? I thought I saw a glint in your eye.
What is the extent of my knowledge?
You would know. You have heard of a potential face for the group, and you would know its belief structure and the group's motto.
Would I've ever actually interacted with them?
With that role, I'm going to guess that at some point you probably have worked with the Dawnbound in some form.
I'm gonna write down on the paper. I think I killed one.
Killed
Really?
one or killed four?
But if I know the motto and stuff like that, I would like to share some of that with the group as well. Write down some of the things that I know from interacting with them.
Dawnbound's motto is, "The sun is real and does not belong to those who can afford it."
Ooh. Use some work, but it certainly has a ring.
Great, there's a whole pack of them.
And you said I might know a face to at least interact with the group in some level? Or
Yes, you would know of an elderly blind woman that claims to remember the real sky. Her name is Mother Halcyon. I can put that in chat so you know spelling.
I like to an interaction between these two. How they actually, how 153 and this person, if they talked, actually talk to each other.
Sorry, it was just we had a tornado sirens going off. I was trying to figure out what was happening.
Really?
Interesting.
No tornado?
I don't know. Can't really.
Only
I
a
was
little,
just
only a little concerning.
I mean,
I
it's
was
the
just
top of
checking
the
this.
hour, but it's also 8. So
well, I mean, I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
So I was just checking to make sure there's nothing else happening here.
Yeah. That's
Maybe it's the Germans.
not one to ignore.
Would you say their motto was "The sun is real and doesn't belong"? What?
The
To
sun
those who
is
can afford
real
it.
and does not belong to those who can afford it. I can also put that in chat too. Their main beliefs, if you want to share that. If not, either way.
I will
Sunlight
share.
should be free, even if it destroys the city's balance, even if people die.
All right. I'm about as good at standing around as that guy, and he points at Duvo, is at keeping us all alive. So I'll be back. And he walks out the front door.
She goes and locks the door behind you.
Dave, as soon as I'm on the street, I'm going to go down a block to where I saw a convenience store, and I'm going to go in there and get a 12-pack of Dookie Dog. And some beef jerky.
That will be 2 credits.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Then he'll slowly walk back, drinking 2 on the way there.
Really slow.
As you are walking back, you see illuminated all over the streets the Aurelian Systems logo, and you can hear going through the streets more or less an announcement, but in a soft voice, it is telling the streets, "Do not be alarmed. False light terror attack. Assailants caught. All is well. Aurelian Systems will protect you."
Perfect. Hey, do we have, I don't know if that would be like comm devices, but like personal tablets where we could hit the net? I mean, is that a pretty common thing for just about everybody to have these days?
Oh yeah. Instead of like a cell phone, everybody has a way to get to the net.
Okay. So as I'm walking, I'll pull that out and go to some of the darker sites and see what the kook heads are saying.
So you're just on Facebook?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see, what do the IT crowd call it? Friend face? I'm on friend face.
As you scroll through, you see threads where people are talking about Dawnbound and how they think they must be the eco-terrorists involved. You also see some people, the classic Aurelian Systems is lying to us, don't believe everything you see. And you would also see some things talking about the Day Market gang and how they might be involved.
Is there any video? I would
Of the
imagine.
incident?
Yeah, I would imagine that gets taken down pretty quick, but
So
maybe.
if you're going, let's see if you can roll something to get into like the deep dark.
This ain't gonna go well.
I don't know what you're talking.
Roll me a persuasion, and
Oh,
we will
Sweet.
act as though that is you diving into the dark web.
Okay.
All right, nice. So yes, you can dive deep enough that as the first few pages you're scrolling through, all of the video links, if you try to click on them or access them, it's already been taken down, it's already been stricken.
Yep.
Eventually, you do get deep enough where you are seeing various videos all over the city of people being exposed to this magnificent light briefly, but it's almost every video is slightly different. You see an area with school-age children like dancing in it. You see people just walking the streets. As soon as the light hits them, they are terrified of it and a panic breaks out. You see rioting in the streets. But you see people just going about their day too. There's video where people are just walking, the lights kind of go out and this other light happens and they're just like, whatever, it's just the corpse being the corpse. You also see videos of the Aurelian Systems. Like I said, they're like a luxury. It's a really nice like SUV type. Think like an Escalade, driving all around the city, and heavily armored SWAT type, putting down the riots, and also there's a ton of video of them tearing the arena apart.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt, but could I don't want to download any of these videos, but could I do a screen record of them?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so while I'm doing that, Brickman will he'll get half a block down on the other side of the street and just, lean up against the wall at the entrance to an alley. And, his 12-pack at his feet. He's drinking one while he's scrolling through. But I'm also watching for anything out of the ordinary. Anybody who looks more suspicious than me. Eyes on the outside of the place.
All right. While you were doing this, what is everybody else doing in the meantime while he's doing his little?
Noemi is focused on her patient at the moment. If the others don't take up a position to watch, she might suggest that there are stairs through that door if you want to watch out the second floor window. Or sit in the lobby and act like you're waiting for me.
Mox actually is just going to go outside and just kind of walk around the block a couple times, kind of hits both sides of the street, just nonchalantly acting like he's supposed to be there, but just keeping an eye out for any movement.
I think Jack is, or 153 is in the operating room wherever we were, just staring intently at Duvo.
You're gonna kill that guy, aren't you?
Noemi, as you take care of your patient, as you try to address their heavy burns, you notice that on their upper arm there's a crack in their skin, and as you're trying to see if you can piece it together, there's like a bioluminescent fluid that is starting to form on the crack.
What have you got there, Duvo? She'll try to take a sample of it.
Crack spackle.
Let's see, what would that be? Suppose maybe a science roll?
Could be.
Yeah, let's give me a science. See how well you potentially recover.
Ooh, look at you go. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, with the 6, you're able to get a couple vials of this liquid away and stored for if you want to look into it anymore. Anyway, you have 2 vials of bioluminescent fluid.
Yeah. She'll probably have to call in a favor with somebody who has enough, who has the gear to analyze it. Pretty much everything she's got is sunk into the med scanner. But she's got it.
So after getting my screen records of the, 4 or 5 videos, he'll stop that and he'll swipe out of social media, and he opens up his contacts and he's looking at his phone, and he taps a name and it brings up this chat, and he just sits there and looks at the cursor for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then he swipes that closed, sticks it in his back pocket, picks up his 12-pack, heads back for the door.
I feel like he almost sold us out.
He's gonna have his mom come pick him up.
Ma, I'm in trouble.
The sleepover is too much.
Nice.
Mox sees you coming back, but he's kind of hiding off around in an alley, just watching.
Let's see. Is there a way? Do we have a? Can I can I go into the darkness channel and take another person privately?
I think so.
He would have to be able to drag one of us. Who do you need us to follow? Or who, I guess you could just have one of us follow you.
You can go in if you're just wanting to take him to a new scene.
I just want to talk to one of you. I want to talk to Mox privately.
Oh yeah, you'll have to do that in Discord. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I was thinking in Foundry.
So if we just both click on darkness, maybe? I guess that's what I'm going to try and see what happens.
And GM's gone.
You think they're talking?
Well,
What's that?
I think Justin has to follow him. He just needs to join.
He did. He did. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're talking about. Those jerks.
So this guy Duvo, he worked for. Make sure I understand this right. He worked for the Corpus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because he worked for the Corpos, he got to enjoy some sunlight effectively as a bonus. And this Dawnbound found out and decided to, I don't know why, decided to use him for their experiments.
Yeah, I think Duvo's not telling us something.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that wrong in my notes.
I might be the one that's wrong. I'm telling you what I
No, that's it basically sounds like what, for the way I understand it, the same thing. We don't know why. I mean, they put him in the sun, but we don't know why.
yeah.
Why does it have to be a corpo? Why can't they just kidnap a random schmuck off the street? It seems risky to just take some. It's easier to experiment on the poor person and get away with it.
Yeah, they definitely had to target him for a reason.
Yeah, and I don't think he would be ignorant of that reason, or he might have suspicions, but clearly he has decided not to tell.
Okay, wake him up. Let's torture him.
Don't tempt Jack with a good time.
Oh boy.
I don't actually think my persuasion. That's probably what I'd end up rolling, and I don't have anything special there.
Who are you persuading?
Well, I'm not persuading anyone. I'm just more so intimidation. But I think they would do. I guess it would be unskilled attempt, right? Or no? Like, what would I even roll if I tried to intimidate somebody?
There's an intimidation skill.
I'd have to, but I don't have that skill. Do I have to
Then,
just
yeah, you would roll unskilled.
an unskilled attempt? Okay, yep.
Or
Yeah, if you haven't invested in it at all, you don't even have the D4, right?
I think you have the base D4.
Yeah.
Don't know that
Mine
you get the
says
6 though.
D4 minus 2 is what it says.
You-
So that's what it is.
The -2 is because you're unskilled. Got it.
Yeah.
You might also be able to lobby the GM to let you roll spirit, because that's what intimidation is based off of.
My spirit's shit.
Perfect. Okay, since you guys are back in chat, I'm guessing we can move forward.
We can continue.
Yes. As all of that transpires, eventually, I'm assuming both Mox and Jack make it back into the group.
Yep.
Mox
And
kind of walks it,
has got
sneaks
Duvo
in the back.
pretty good condition.
Yeah, Mox sneaks in the back and kind of calls everybody over and goes, and then he kind of brings everybody away from Duvo, and just kind of says, "I just got word that we've got a hot item. I'm being told we've got very little time to make a decision if we want to sell or if we want to drop this thing."
How much?
I don't have an exact number. I can try to negotiate, but it's going to be a lot.
On the paper is written, "Who's the buyer?"
I have a contact that I've been using, one of my sponsors. They actually gave me a heads up and let me know that we are already what was the group again?
Dawnbound.
The Dawnbound knows about us.
Oh,
and,
great.
That we have Duvo, and our time is short. That's all I can say. So we have to make a decision fairly quick. I would say we probably have less than 24 hours.
So Dawnbound wants to buy him back, or Dawnbound just wants to act?
Dawnbound is going to act. I've got a contact who's willing, who would be willing to buy, but that's if we want to sell.
Okay, I got a question for you. If they buy, what are they going to do?
I don't have any information on that. I kept the transmission short so that we didn't get in any more trouble. I just wanted to make sure I got back with you guys on this. I can try to find out more if I need to.
Maybe, but be careful. So, here's what I'm thinking. We're burned.
Yeah.
Dawnbound isn't known for playing real nice with people. And we're gonna have to go underground and be there for who knows how long. So maybe part of the deal is if this Duvo guy isn't gonna, wind up in an incinerator immediately, if whoever is paying is offering him safe harbor, maybe we can negotiate the price a little bit for that to be extended to us too.
I would have to check. I mean, I think I can probably, I can see if they have any safe passage for us or anything like that. But I'm just not sure if. Are you guys? What do you want to do here?
I'm not
Put
comfortable.
down on the paper. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not comfortable with selling anybody for anything.
I knew you were going to be like that. Cracks
Someone
open
read
another
down on the
dookie
paper.
dog.
He makes a good hostage.
But what are your demands?
As long as we have him alive and his well-being is reliant on us, no one should want to act.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, unless they just want to kill him and everything within a city block.
Yeah. If
I
they
think
knew where he
the
was
corporals
right
want him
now.
dead.
Hey,
But the other guys don't want us dead. Or no. What's their face? The bright whatever. For
Dawnbound.
Dawnbound?
the Dawnbound. If the Dawnbound want him, they want him alive. The Corpos just want him dead.
You don't know that they want him alive.
They put him in a sun-powered chicken fryer for an hour.
Oh, great.
They're
Now
not
I'm
too
hungry.
They're not too worried about him being alive. I just hate the idea of turning somebody over to be put in that position.
I don't care. But if we can use them to save our skins for a little while longer, that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, at this point, the only reason our skins would be in any trouble is because we have him, right? That doesn't mean that they're going to hold it against us. We could also let them know that we were trying to keep him from the corpos.
Unless they assume that we know more than we're letting on, and then we're dead again.
It's a possibility.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be okay with
Before
that.
he dies,
I'm just
rat.
letting you know.
Why would he be so forthcoming with all that information? He wants us to know, so we're in trouble.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He needs help.
He also may be trying to break the top off of something big.
Yeah, the only way that he gets out of this alive is exposure. They go into when they're focusing on damage control, then he's when it's only in his head, it's gonna kill him. If everybody knows, they can't kill everybody.
Hey, you got anything in here that's going to make him not look like a glow stick? We got to move.
Yeah, she's got, basic salves and things to kind of take the edge off the burn.
No, I mean his head.
Oh, yeah, I think we can do that. Well, we can shave his head for one thing.
Oh,
but
I like it.
She'll
I have a knife.
she'll have cleaning type chemicals and things that we could use to fashion a temporary hair dye.
That's too much work. He's going bald.
You're discussing that his jack is already cutting.
There's no time.
Do something for his hair.
All right, let's get him covered up. Staying here, now that we know more, is not smart. So,
You have a place.
if he's
You have a
mobile,
place.
for now, I mean, we could take him to downloaders, but the last time I was there, Francie was a little angry at me. He says those things like everybody should understand where and what that is.
Mm-hmm. The only part I understood was that somebody was angry at you.
Oh, downloaders. You don't know downloaders? It's a bar.
Gotcha.
Francie runs it, and she lets me crash there sometimes. And they got a basement.
Well, let's see if she'll let some extra people crash.
All right, I'll go get the house. And he'll walk out the door with his 12-pack that's probably down to about 9 now.
Mox will follow him out just to make sure that we're good and just get things ready for everybody to get in.
You want one?
Stick my hand out.
Give him a
Nothing like
dookie
dookie
dog.
in your mouth.
I don't know that I would phrase it like that, but yeah. All right, so we go get the vehicle and pull around to the back.
She's going to. He's still out, I assume.
Yeah, he was in quite a bit of shock and damage, so he's unconscious. But Noemi has got him stable.
Hit him with the defibrillator. That'll wake him up.
Yeah, she's going to pack up the consumables that she thinks will be potentially useful. She's guessing she won't be back here for at least a few days. And she'll pack up the med scanner, those types of things. And she's got a go bag beyond that anyways, just in case. So she'll get that stuff together, and she does have a little incinerator for biological stuff that she doesn't want some kid to pick up, so she can burn things rather than throw them in the garbage. So she'll make sure that all the hair goes into that, because she knows if they know if they know it was her, then they'll be in the clinic, and she's gonna make it as clean as possible. And she'll guide the guys to getting him in the van.
Okay. So
everybody gets in there, and
I'll head to downloaders, and while I'm driving, I'll whip out the comm link, and I'll call Francie.
are you doing this like just on the van itself so everybody can hear?
Sure, but I'll make sure as I'm hitting call or dial or whatever it's called. You guys be quiet.
Jack smiles.
Right, so you pull her up, and after a few moments, a familiar face pops up.
Hey, Francie.
Hey, Jackie.
How's it going?
Better now that I see your sweet face.
Yeah, I tend to have that effect on people. Hey, I mean, it's good to see you too. Listen, I got I got some sparks in the rear view. Can I crash for a little bit?
You owe me another favor.
When do I not owe you another favor?
That's what I like about you, Jackie. You're always reliable.
Well, I'm at least predictable. Hey, have you heard from, and he hesitates. But not like he's searching for the words or a specific name that he's trying to remember. Have you heard from Espy? I know that, you know, it is what it is, but I just want to make sure she's all right, you know?
Well, she wouldn't want me saying anything, but she's all right as she's going to be for the time being.
All right. All right. We're 15 out. I'll pull into the back. Thanks, Francie.
See you in a little bit, darling.
End transmission. And
She
then
didn't sound too mad at you.
yeah, I got ways. He turns on the radio, turns up the volume. It's some kind of acid metal techno mix craziness.
Again, as you listen to the radio, after a few minutes in between songs, you hear more Aurelian Systems propaganda about how the eco-terrorist group, Dawnbound, is responsible for the illusions that some of you witnessed and apologizes deeply. And that if anybody has any information or whereabouts about anybody involved with them, to please contact their nearest officer.
Right.
Get right on that.
And after a few moments, you arrive. I presume that you go ahead and park in the back.
Yep.
And as is tradition, there is a open spot that as soon as you arrive, a door shuts behind you, and that is where we're going to call it for tonight, just because it's session 1, technically kind of session 1.5. I want to do some advancements, and since it's our first time, I want to go through how that works.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
So, in Suede, you don't level up, you advance. And basically, based on how many advances you've had, it kind of determines your rank in the system. Right now, you guys are novice. You'll eventually potentially work your way up to legendary, depending on how long we ride this thing. So with each advance, it lets a character do one of the following. You can gain a new edge. You can increase a skill that is equal to or greater than its linked attribute 1 die type. You can increase 2 skills that are lower than their linked attributes by 1 die each. You can permanently remove a minor hindrance or reduce a major hindrance to a minor if it's possible. So I'm assuming that's why when we were building characters last month, when some of them had a minor and a major, I'm assuming that they all started off major and can be moved to minor.
There were some that you could have. The way it looked to me is you could take it either way. It just would be more of a pain. But you could, like the one I had one that I took it as a minor because I already had another major. But it looked like you could pick either, and basically the difference was how often it was a pain in the ass.
Also, it says that you can work with your game master to potentially save advancements. So, like, if you wanted to use 2 advances to remove 1 major hindrance, you could do that. I'm amenable to that. If you want to save your advancement for next advancement, that's fine with me. But I also wanted to make sure the character sheets could reflect that, so if we had any problems, we could discuss it while we were all available.
As you go through and look at edges, pay particular attention to the requirements, because we're novices, and some of them are going to be, have a requirement of being seasoned or higher.
And if you haven't already, to add your advance on your character sheet, on your About tab, there's an Advances, and then you can click Add Advance, and it brings up a window, and there's a drop-down that lets you pick between the options, and basically just keep doing the drop-down as...
Do I have the ability? When I click Advance, I can't do anything.
So you click advances, it doesn't change, and then say add advance at the top right.
Oh, hold up. I was being dumb. Yep, I got it.
So you can raise 2 skills if they're less than their associated attribute.
Yes. So if you have an attribute that's a D8 and you have a skill that's a D6, you can raise it to a D8.
Okay.
Or if that skill is already equal, you can raise it 1 die type up, but you can only do that for 1 skill. Whereas if you had 2 skills that were lower, you could get
So if I had it like fighting and I wanted to take a D8 up to a D10.
Yep.
Then I can do one thing, but if I've got 2 4s, I want to take like common knowledge and notice up, I can raise those 2 to D6s.
Yeah, if the attribute associated with it is not lower than that. So basically it's you can take something higher than your...
Okay. So if a smarts is 4 and common knowledge is 4, I get 1 point, or I get 1 move up. One item, 1 move up.
Right.
I could take... Okay. All right. Perfect.
Dave, did you say that we could also increase 1 attribute by a die type?
Oh, I did not say that. You can also do that.
Yeah, raise attribute.
You can only do
Or
that
decrease
once.
hindrance.
Yeah, and you can only do that once per rank. So rank is like novice, seasoned, veteran, And
How long are we novice?
So 0 to 3 advances is novice, 4 to 7 is seasoned. Basically, every 3 advancements.
So you
this-
want to do that at least once.
So yeah, I would basically between now and the next 2 advances, you probably want to do that.
there's so many choices.
I'm gonna increase my agility.
Yeah, I'm leaning the same way.
There aren't really any strength skills, are there? Is strength just used as a roll?
I remember
Like
there
just
being
a strength roll
something
for things? You know what I mean?
I remember there being something about it in the book, but
I was just looking.
Yeah.
So just to make sure I understand, with this advance, I can move my agility up 1, or do I move it up a die type? How does that work?
One step would take you to the next die type.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So if like your agility is D6, you could take it to D8.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
I believe, Justin, that there are no strength skills, but strength factors into like carrying capacity, encumbrance, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But let me.
I was just making sure. I mean, I just was.
Yeah, let me try to make extra sure too.
It's
29.
also something that I think is more important based on the like what kind of game you're running in Suede.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't overload. You know what I mean?
Strength is physical power and fitness. It's also used as the basis of a warrior's damage in hand-to-hand combat, and to determine how much he can wear or carry.
Okay.
Hmm.
And if you could please on your character sheet, whatever you decide, like if you raise an attribute, just in your note, just say what attribute you raise, just so. Like on Duvo's, I put raised agility to D8, just so we keep track of that.
Yeah, that's
I don't
what
expect anybody here to cheat, but you know, I also fully expect us to miss a month or 2 because of life, and then we're like, what happened?
Yeah, I see on the advances. It's it keeps track of how many, so it makes sense to try and keep track of what we did when or why. I see you can do planned also. I thought that was interesting.
Yep.
So I wonder if that just it doesn't take effect yet, or
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing that's probably like when you're trying to get a major hindrance, you can say like, hey, I'm saving this for next time so I can get rid of a major.
Or, planning ahead for your character, like how in Path Builder you can say at 2nd level, I'm going to take this feat and that, and then at 3rd level,
yeah.
but it's not applied yet. That's exactly what it is, yeah.
So then I'm going to go ahead and do agility as well, because then I'm going to come back and raise some of my items either to, raise my agility items up to either D8 or D10.
Right.
So I just went ahead and made a note in the about that I raised that and went ahead and bumped it up.
That's what I did.
Jack beefed up strength.
Cool.
This is pretty good, guys. I like the chemistry that the characters have.
Yeah, that was really good.
Like me when I sell you.
Or put a knife through your throat.
I've been a slaver for years now. Just nobody knows.
I mean,
Now, if Andy ever decides to join us and he shows up as a fun clown, it'll be interesting.
Hey,
Let's see if this works. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, it would have been cool if it pasted in the right spot.
right on. Ooh, crit fail.
Double crit fail.
That's strange.
all right. Well, I got a car to build.
Alrighty, man.
So did everybody beef up an attribute trait?
Yeah, I did agility.
My physical attributes were both minimums, so I took agility up a step.
Nice.
Yeah, I did agility as well, just knowing I can beef a couple of the ones I want to up.
Yeah.
Rather
Right
than
on.
waste one on taking one thing up.
Yep. Cool.
I
Well,
think the good move.
we all got it out of the way early.
Yeah. Now we'll just have to keep in mind the next two advances.
We
You
can't do
can't
that.
Can't use that. Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Cool, man.
All right,
Great
guys.
game, Dave.
I hope everybody had a good time. Thanks for
Yes.
coming.
You bet. You bet.
Hopefully
Thanks for
we'll,
running.
Hopefully we'll meet in a couple of weeks. I gotta find some time to get some maps added, and I have the maps. I just gotta have a day and do it.
Fill them with enemies.
Cool.
I got to. I have not managed to get my